Alrighty, I'm back. It feels like it's been a while since I've streamed. I guess I haven't really streamed much the past week or so. But yeah, we'll do a little rapid stream. Now that my throat's clear. Yeah, you know, why not? Why not do a little rapid stream? What's the button I like to click? I guess this one. Probably fine. I haven't like warmed up or anything. So, you know, probably won't play great. How's it going, McJurgle? And I'm playing a Russian guy. 1600 Blitz, 1900 Rapid. Love to see that. And we're getting a little Catalan action, as they call it. H6. That, you know, legal, I guess. Barely. Not sure what it's all about. So it feels like I just have a tempo up Catalan because he played H6, which does nothing. Yep, still feels like a tempo up Catalan. I guess develop pieces. I guess. If I have to. C6, okay. How's it going, Layla? What's with all the anger? This is a family stream, you know. Lots of families here. Alright, he attacked my knight. Sort of feels like one of those positions that I shouldn't care if he takes my pawn, because it's a Catalan. So just play like Catalan style moves. See what happens. Coming in hot, yeah, no kidding. New month, new you. But it's been February. It's like halfway through February. But okay, I mean, sure. That works, I guess. Man, this guy just wants to take all my stuff. I thought we were gonna have a nice friendly game of chess. And this guy's like, nope. I'm gonna take all your things. I mean, I guess I'll defend it. I guess. Who cares? Don't ruin it. Yeah, okay, true. This guy's name, Sergey Max. It scans very similar to Jersey Mike's, which I think I've had like once in my life. Nedley doesn't exist. Friendly doesn't exist. Trust no one. Man, the goth phase is starting early. All right, he attacked my pawn a different way. That'll learn me. I mean, I want to sack my pawn. Like, what else are we doing here? Why play a Catalan if you're not going to sack a pawn? It just defies logic. What is this guy? What's he up to? Is my real question. I think maybe I should actually take here. sus though it seems. Nah, I don't want to take that. I don't want to take it. I want to do some other stuff. No, they're taking it. There's some nice reasons to take. All right, you know what? I am taking it. I am taking it. Yeah, I thought now F5 was kind of good. That was what turned my opinion on this whole thing. Seems like F5... Seems like I should be annoying him a little bit. You think you're manic? Probably not. How's it going, Cormac? You missed a stream. Unforgivable. You mean... In hope? Alright, I don't know what that message means. Oh my god, he played F6. That's the worst looking move I've ever seen. Man. That move just looks awful. I can't fathom a move that isn't E6, so I'll stop thinking and play it. Alright, he's got like one good piece. Pretty good. His other pieces, though, I'm not, you know, it doesn't seem like greatest pieces that God ever invented. If I'm being honest. So, like, I don't know, it seems like something bad should happen to him. It's a shame when bad things happen to people. All right, let's get the rook going. That feels kind of right. Do rook stuff. What if Happy Layla was just manic? That's your theory. No, that's not a good theory, though. How's it going, Crab? Have I ever done a Scrabble stream? Yeah, of course. Of course I have. Waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda, waltzing something, something. How's it going, bouncing? No, I've been 2100 forever. I was trying to get to 2200, if you recall. Which I guess you don't. Waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda. Doo-dee-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Yeah, I think he should have did the bishop there. That would have been better. Bouncing moved back from Oz to US. He was in Oz? Queen's probably doing something. Haven't figured out exactly why. All right, here I come. How's it going, Noir? Where you flying to? Can you share? That is crazy, wow. Is she an Australian streamer? I guess so. Alright, let's just jam all the pieces. Oh wait, but then he can take when he's 6? That has a smattering of truth to it. Doo-doo, doo-doo, doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo-doo-dum. Let's hit him like this. How's it going, Julian? Was that last song those were your thoughts? He couldn't take on e6? My calculation stopped at bishop e6, f e6, and then my rook's hanging. But there could have been more going on. Oh wait, my queen still defended my rook. Okay, well. Then maybe I should have jammed up in his grill a little bit more. I think one day I'll develop my bishop. I think so. I mean, he's 1900, but he's Russian, so like, he's like stronger than me. It's my turn? Okay. I was gonna take with the rook. Which, I don't know, might be kind of silly. But far be it from me to start second-guessing myself now. 'Cause now my queen can, like, somehow check him once. Yeah, I didn't care about that. I might check him a time or two. Wouldn't that be swell? Hello, Christina. Aren't you streaming like right now? That's not true, Julian, and you know it. Alright, that's a legal square. Alright, I guess I'll start, like, pretending to threaten something. Pretending is fun. Alright, he put his thing there. For some reason. Alright, let's check him once. Isn't this, like, good for me? Feels like this should be good. Seems like my man's got some problems. But these guys will probably, you know, probably help out. Nobody, don't worry about my rook that's not doing anything. Maybe I won't develop my, I thought I was going to develop my bishop, but now I'm having second thoughts. Okay, calculation time. I guess I just played Queen G4 and he's like still kind of fucked. I think that's how we do it. Bishop h6 ended the game. I didn't calculate all. I mean, I like saw it was legal, but yeah, you're probably right. Just take it first, and then rook h4 looks pretty good. Oh, he did it like that. That's how he did it. Ah, I'm running out of time too. I guess I should move. I'm running out of ideas. Ah! It's gotta be terrible. The stuff I'm doing doesn't seem too good, if I'm being honest. True. It does seem pretty true. Alright, I guess I lose. Man. I wish I could, like, find tactics. Like, it shouldn't be legal for him to win after he plays f6. Like, it just shouldn't... The game should just end, because it's such a terrible move. I shouldn't actually be required to, like, knock the guy out. Ugh. See you, Julian, unless you already left. It says I should take it. I didn't think so. I like my bishop, because I can sack it here. Why is taking it so good? Why does it say using server? Tell me, give me the actual line. What do these arrows mean? I never saw those before. Set this below your CPU's thread count. The ticks mark a good safe choice. Set this below. Okay, whatever. We're not gonna worry about that. I just want to know why my engine isn't working. Well, there was a tactic, I just missed it. I mean, I'm totally winning in this position. And in every subsequent position. So that's not true, Zev. Yeah, you can't beat 1900 Russians. Alright, why is this so good? Rook f3? I would never think of rook f3. I don't understand rook f3 at all. It attacks a bishop. I don't get it. The computer line I don't get either. Okay, so we're threatening some stuff with the bishop. Okay, I mean the bishop's like running out of squares here, but what if he doesn't do that. Like, what if he... Okay, he goes back? I mean, you don't have to convince me that white's crushing it here. I'm just surprised there was such a huge uptick. Like, I thought my knight was a worse piece than, like... I mean, I don't know. I thought my dark square bishop was pretty useful to take here. Somebody followed. Who was it? Mohammed, thanks for following. Alright, I don't really get that, but okay. This is fine. Rook h4, I guess I can believe. e4 is already good. e4 was kind of smart. That's good at least. Latif Kakar, thanks for following. Sorry for mispronouncing your name. Let's stick with the... So, okay, my whole idea... This was sort of like a clearance sacrifice minus the sacrifice. Because I thought the knight wanted to do this maneuver. So that was like part of the whole idea. So I wasn't really thinking about taking with the knight because I didn't see like a logical next square. I mean, I'll buy the argument that the knight looks better here than it actually is. I'll listen to that argument. Ah, my foot's doing that thing where it hurts for no reason again. I hate when it does. Okay. I took the worst way, but I'm still winning. Yeah, I mean, this is just crushing. And then here, as Julian pointed out, I should just take this, because this is, like, indefensible. Okay, I mean, this is a reasonable try. Ah, but rook h4 is pretty killer. Threatening bishop g7, leading to mate. Or we could just take the bishop. It's all good in the hood. Okay, so that's a bit of a miss, like... That's not really too hard to figure out. It's still good. I guess this is where Julian was talking about it. Yeah, now he actually can defend. Alright, I want to turn this off first. Because, like, here, I've got to have something. I really don't know what, though. I guess it's suggesting bishop h6 again. I don't super get it. I don't know. I don't understand why bishop h6 is good here. I don't see a follow-up. I really don't get it. Too dumb. I don't know. How's it going, Camel? You see the follow-up? What about, like, queen h3? Is queen h3 any kind of good move? Because queen h3, I got some threats. But it seems like bishop h6, gh6, queen h3 is too slow. Then he's got like queen f8 or something. I guess queen h3 has queen f8. I don't know, I'm confused. I was looking at oh yeah, okay, I saw e7 that like he can't take it, obviously. Ah, so that's to lure him to f8 and then e7 wins. Okay, wait. But if my queen's on h3, he can take e7, can't he? Because I'm not threatening queen g6 anymore? So maybe what about e7 first? E7 first, and then we do all this stuff and he doesn't have queen f8 to defend. Am I crazy? What happens here? He has to move the rook. Oh, I guess this is annoying though. Ah, but we have this, which is kind of cute. Wait, but we're gonna have that on any move, right? So doesn't e7 just win? I mean, unless he somehow, like, survives this. I don't even know, like, which one you want to do. Surely he's dead here. Something. E7, you take... Yeah. Queen f8? Queen f8? What? Oh wait, GH, I'm sorry. You take bishop h6, GH. Queen, what's queen f8? I'm confused. Aren't we like mating him? This is like here. Queen g7. Wait, where? I'm so confused. E7, you're saying take. I guess means this, right? And then I take here. Thanks for following Paco Torres. Welcome to the stream. Where is Queen G7 legal? You can't take, I mean, he takes, he gets mated, right? So, like... Alright, I'm confused, more confused than I was. I feel like E7 just works. Am I crazy? No, I'm not, I don't need it. I'm, like, I mean, it's good to have this, like, on the menu, right? I think this just wins. Because if he doesn't move the rook, I take his rook, and if he moves the rook anywhere, then I have this whole thing. No, I'm not gonna play viewers today. I'm just gonna play in the pool, but perhaps some other time, Paco. Now I assume. Like, somehow this bishop takes h6 line is here, and I didn't put it there, so I'm assuming the computer did. But I don't know. Alright, let's turn on the... I'm confused. Let's turn on the computer. Okay, bishop h6 is winning, apparently. What happens here? Okay, that is winning. How is he not just totally dead here? Because he can't take, he has to like make some... Like he doesn't have rook d4. Like, what does he do? Okay, he somehow doesn't die here. But now rook e1 is like the only super duper winning move. Man. This is hard. I don't know, Chilato, but Cormac said the same thing. How's it going, Josh? All right, I'm confused by everything. Can we not check first and then do this stuff? He just survives here. That's unbelievable. And this doesn't work. We're just like not actually doing anything. Black's winning. How could black be winning? I guess this check's kind of big. Is our problem. Okay. Anyway, so that would have been, you know, the way to go. Should have sacked it sooner. Okay, so how does this work exactly? We didn't already touch on that, did we? Now Queen H3 is working. I guess it's the same trick with E7. He can't defend because of E7. Okay. So we like figured that out, but or you guys figured it out, but I had it in my head wrong. I think. That doesn't sound right, Layla. I don't think that's true. I make it a point to not do that on my stream. Alright, he can check me once, which I guess is what Camel was alluding to. Yeah, it just says this is just mate. That's not too hard to believe. Okay. I'm still winning here. But I kind of have to do this sacrifice and figure out that it was just the E7 thing that I never saw that idea ever. And unfortunately, without that, like, my other pieces just can't really, like, actually get in on this attack. Okay, let's play another game. Surely this one I'll win. I probably dropped under 2100 too. How embarrassing. Come on, find me a good one. Oh, there we go, Celeste. Alright, this guy's German as hell. Could be, I don't know, maybe he's Austrian. Maybe Chilato can opine. B3 ridiculous. I think this is called the Snyder variation. I've played other people with this mental handicap also that do this. But I think it's called the Snyder, but I don't remember. The Snyder might be some other stupid Sicilian. It's one of the stupid Sicilians is the Snyder. That's what I'm saying, Josh. Play the sack even if it doesn't work. They stopped my dragon? That's what you think. Morizevich? Yeah, he's no good. He plays 2 knight a3, the sodium delayed attack. I mean, he probably plays that stuff when he's like kidding around. Sounds to me like. Doo-doo-doo. Feels like we transposed into a Nimzo Larson or something. I don't know if that's true, it just could be true. I want to play Queen G5, is that crazy? Probably that's fairly crazy. Does that make me crazy? Do 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 do. I've seen them do that, Camel. That seems less bad, but I don't know, it's probably also pretty bad. That's true. Is he not in jail yet? Shouldn't he be in jail? But I guess you can play chess in jail. They let you do that. Okay, Mr. Man. Now you are just really crossing the line between sanity and what lies beyond. I do not believe your nonsense. I don't believe it. Well, I'm not saying he was a meth user. He was more of a, you know, fraudster. You didn't hear about the Simon Williams thing? He, like, he was... I don't even understand how, like, he got in this business, but he was running, like, a pension fund or, like, a retirement fund. And he basically embezzled a bunch of people's money. At least that's what he's accused of. But yeah, I mean, he was getting, like, I mean, he got, like, what's the word? Indicted, I guess is the word. Yeah, I don't know the legal, you know, specificities. But, like, courts were involved. Yeah, I just can't believe this is any good for him. Can't be right, the stuff he's doing. Do, 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 do. There, huh? I mean, I don't know. I fail to see the problem. I'm not saying I know what I should do. Yummy, 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 free pawn. I just take all the pawns. I'm a pawn guy. I don't want to take the pawn. I mean, maybe I'll just take the pawn. I kind of can't find anything else that I like. That can't be right, though. Taking the pawn can't be so good. Maybe it's not so bad. Position's just gonna be weird. I usually don't love weird positions. Maybe that's just where we're at. Queen b6 isn't crazy. All right, whatever. I'm just gonna take it, and then we'll figure out the rest, you know, later. It's a pawn, you know. I get that happens to me all the time, Camel. I have not watched the 960 or the freestyle tournament. I'm not like too into 960. I'm not anti 960, but I do think like the normal chess setup is probably like the most interesting arrangement of pieces. So I feel like 960 you just get worse, like you just get worse positions, like you know. Why was it so short? I can't control the lengths of the tracks. Send your complaints to Nintendo or whomever. Zapdos? I could probably find one of those. I have them alphabetical, so I just go to the back. And then I find Zapdos. Alright, let's see. Alright, there's your Zapdos. Hit him with a little light, maybe see a little twinkle. A little bit. Big Bird, he is very reminiscent of Big Bird. Castle seems like a good move from Mr. Opponent Man. I commend him. But I am up, you know, 2 pieces, so... Or 2 pawns, whatever. Same thing. Now, do I play Knight F6 and then possibly never develop the rest of my pieces? Or do I play, you know, Bishop E7 or Bishop D6 or something? I simply don't know. Ooh, or Queen B6 now. Queen B6 even like a good move, I don't know. Okay, I don't know. I'm just gonna like play and yeah, feels not. Okay. Ugh. Can't do it. Can't bring myself to play it. Okay, we're doing this. That's what's happening. Speed up my moves, eh. Not really my style, but I mean, Queen B6, Bishop C6, and then like, I don't know, either way I capture, I didn't see why it was so good. I mean, I guess I take with the pawn, but then like C4 is never a thing because he can just block on D4. So, I don't know. Like, I'm never gonna keep all the pawns that I have. So I feel like, you know, just getting castled and getting my pieces out is probably smart. Rook D1's not legal. I would let him do it too, though. I agree. Yeah, I mean, okay, Mr. Man. Well, he didn't take my pawn. I guess he's gonna probably take that one, but... Forget about en passant. Was en passant ever legal? I wasn't talking about pawn d4, I was talking about bishop d4. Because his knight was here. But yeah, if pawn d4, then en passant would just be winning. Alright, I figured, you know, now the guy's thing is kind of end. Right? Can I just castle or I get murdered? I mean, like, it's feasible that this ends in murder. But I'm gonna do it anyway. I think I said he could block on d4. And I didn't specify with what piece. I think that's what I said. We'll have to check the footage. Why not take the knight? Because I don't want to lose my queen. Yeah. Yeah, I think black has more pawns and more bishops. Yeah, just for you guys. Alright, that probably does something. He's trying to do stuff to me on F7, it seems. Is this move no good? I thought it was good. Dude, yeah, seems good, right? How's it going, Zoot? Man, it's move 12 and we both have no time. Didn't that just make things worse for him? Am I crazy? What am I missing? I simply don't know. The clock is undefeated. It's true. All my moves are good? Maybe. What'd he take? Oh my god. Jesus Christ. You shouldn't have said anything, Camel. What happens? We're both... Neither me and this guy are not the greatest at chess. I'm just gonna throw that out there. I can't. I've forfeited any way to pretend that I played better than this guy. He did take the wrong thing, which was funny. Dang, he like tricked me too. He tricked me for a second. Now I'm trying to figure out what the best move is, rather than hanging, you know, everything. Yeah, queen takes c6 is good. I mean, seems like, I mean, I guess I don't really have anything better than just... I guess rook takes knight is the best move? Question mark? I don't know if that's true. Maybe I'm supposed to just take the queen. Like, I'm sure that this is, you know, pretty reasonable, but I was hoping to find better. I don't know. So basically I played perfect, except for I hung mate in 1, and then the guy didn't play it. He like took this immediately. I mean, he was low on time. I saw this was legal. I was trying to figure out if it was any good. I mean, like, we're just up material and with a fantastic position. So. Yeah, I mean, this would be... Yeah, either of these moves are good. It'd be hard for me not to go here. Okay, but basically I played perfectly other than that. F4 is like pretty nuts. But somehow it says everything I did was right. D5 is kind of an obvious move. And this is where I thought for like half of my clock and took the pawn, which is right. Taking the pawn's scary. It was camel. Yeah, we can blame camel. And bishop e7 was right, although it's debating between bishop d7 and bishop e7, or bishop e7 and bishop d6. I guess they're sort of the same. I liked giving my king some shelter, but defending that 4-pawn makes sense too. So. I didn't see that queen d6 was legal. Yep, everything good. F5, exclam. I thought bishop d6 was just winning material, but I guess it doesn't quite. It says this is the best move, but I thought that was just making it work. But I guess because he has queen takes c6. Then I hung mate in 1, and then I won. Oh, bishop h2 is even better than than winning a whole rook. Bishop h2 is better. Because it's mate, apparently. That's not too hard to believe. See you, Josh. Have a good one. I mean, he has to go here, and then he's gonna get, you know, in some mild trouble, it seems. It's mate in 2, apparently. I see. If he goes here, he gets mated, and if he goes here, he gets mated. True. Here he can survive longer. Queen g3 threatens a lot of mates. Although really just like 2 of them. Moving the knight stops both of them. Okay, yeah, and then I mean you can kind of stop calculating here, but... Alright, let's do one more game, and then I'll probably call it a stream. Because it's late. I'm unintentionally making my sleep habits better because I keep getting tired earlier in the day. So I'm guessing I'll run out of energy at some point in this game. Never abandon the Makagonov. Even though it's failed me so many times. I played this guy before, and I had white, and I lost. And it looks like it was probably a Makagonov. That's a good sign. Okay, I don't really know that move. Thanks for following, whomever you are. Thunder chase, as it were. Okay, hopefully Josh is still here. I'm gonna prove that I know the en passant rule. Alright, now here in Chaos Reigns. No, I think not. Although... Nah, let's just be normal. We'll just be normal. Normal little normies. Pose him a question. See what sort of answer we get. He's not concerned. He's playing like he still like knows what he's doing. Like he's in theory or something. But how could he be in theory? Is it actually theory? Actual, factual theory? Alright, I don't know what else to do, so I guess I'll castle. Feels like white's having more fun. But I don't necessarily have like a plan. All right, now let me read the question. Why not d5 after knight c6? Toot, toot. I did play d5 after knight c6. Oh, you mean like right here? Well, I figured he'd go to e5. Normally you want to do that, but you want your knight here so you can take it. So I play d5, he goes here, like... You know, now this isn't really as... I don't know, it could be fine. Seems reasonable. Man. Doesn't work, huh? No fair. No fair at all. I guess I still do it because it almost sort of works a little bit. It like a little bit works. Just not as good as it should. Alright, fine. Wait, Jesus Christ. Okay, I gotta go to bed. I calculated everything in my head, and I was like, I'm gonna play bishop takes knight, and then I'm gonna play knight d5, and then I just, like, played it the wrong order, the order that doesn't work. That's annoying. That's so stupid. Now I have to, like, resign. God, that's so annoying. Because I saw that tactic. I played the wrong move first, even though I saw everything. Okay, I don't have to resign. That's good news. But, like, I saw everything. Take, here, exclam. And then I'm, like, slightly better due to my brilliant tactics. All right, now why do you do that? I don't get it. Okay, well, I'm not taking this. It did take me a long time to see I could just take back with the bishop and I don't actually have to resign the game. That was one of the most disgusted I've ever been with myself. Like, if I miss stuff, that's fine, but when I see stuff and then, like, brain fart and play the wrong move order, that's more annoying. I wondered if he was gonna do that. Now, I don't even know what rook to take. Maybe I don't take either rook. When they're all hanging, then they're none hanging. Something. Do, 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 do. I guess I should make a move that's useful if I'm gonna do nothing. God, I just want to go to that universe where I played the tactic right and I got some small advantage. I just want to know, like, what... I want to play that game. I don't want to play this game. This game sucks. Even though I'm, you know, still better, but... Like, it could be I'm more better here than I would have been if I had actually played the tactic right. Okay, well that forces my hand. Maybe I should have played bishop e4 instead of rook e1. Brain is a GM, but hand is not. Something like that. That's true. Seems true. Also seems true. Yeah. Well, sometimes you lose, as they say. Alright, fine. I just want to play another game. I don't want to attempt to do anything here. Ah, that was the worst game ever. No games in the master database from here. I thought queen d2 was like a useful kind of waiting move. God, I was just winning the whole game except for when I was stupid several times. Oh, it says I should take here. I just thought, like, he's getting... I thought he's getting too much. But I don't know what he's getting. I mean, it is sort of hard to argue with this. I was thinking here, but okay. I guess I can do that whenever I want. B4's not a move I would think of, but computer's smart. Okay, I mean, this is fine too. Like, I figured this should be pretty good for white. This rook d1 thing wasn't actually so good because I didn't see queen b6. But white's still I mean, like, white, you know, better pieces, better center. All that stuff. Yeah, and then I was a genius. I just played the wrong moves. Yeah, and then white's tiny bit better. Why couldn't we have played that game? And then that's terrible. And I did good for a while. Because bishop a5 was good. Rook e1 was even good. I thought maybe I should have played here, but then I like, my whole thing was, I was like, well, if I play here, he'll move this rook, and then, like, I'll have to take that, and then I've wasted a tempo. But I wanted to play f4 without e4 coming. I think I can just never really get that. But, okay, so this is fine. Bishop g4's... I didn't think about bishop g4. Just get rid of his bishop. And then he doesn't have two bishops no more. And the pawn, I mean, the pawn structure isn't really a concern. It's not bad. No, I mean, you know, the concern is this guy, but you know. Yeah, this f4 thing was a little crazy. And then I tricked, like, once I played it, I was like, why can't he just take it again? Like, I knew he wanted to move his pawn. But when I play f4, he could just take it and then not move his pawn. And then, like, I don't know, I gave him a pawn for no reason. But then he kind of walked into what I wanted to do. I just didn't see rook e5 here. It's not hard to see. And then obviously I didn't see the whole pin thing, which is ridiculous. Alright. Yeah, there's that stuff too, bouncy. Alright. One more. I'll try to not, like, botch my tactics. I want to get white again, and then let's play the same game, but then I'll play the move I meant to play. But I'm black. Alright, should we try the Ben Feingold thing again? I guess we can try. do I actually remember, like, how I'm supposed to do it? I mean, I guess I go here? I don't know. Actually, probably I go here, I guess. Yeah, probably here, I guess. Nah, I didn't like the Alapin I was getting. I didn't care for it. I mean, I can't not play Castle's Check. That would be preposterous. Alapin makes you fall asleep. That's fair. Du-du-du-dum, du-du-du-dum. Du-du-du-du-du-du-du-du-du, du-du-du. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do. I'll never let you mess up my pawns. He's up a pawn? When did he get up a pawn? I didn't know he was up a pawn, so it's not my fault. Can't blame me. I mean, I haven't been playing, like, the most chess lately. That'll be my excuse. When did he get up a pawn? Like, at what point did he take a pawn? Oh, like, on move 3? 4? Do 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 do. That does seem to be his plan. But I got 2 bishops, so who's really laughing here? Also, like, this is his extra pawn. Do 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 do. Oh. How do I do stuff with my... What I want to know. Stockfish draws? Nah, Stockfish draws itself. What's he thinking about? Confused. That's true, Chilato. Do-do-do. Bishop there. He wants to take my bishop. I have attained understanding. Do, 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 do. Also, my thing's hanging. Sort of annoying. Looks perfectly safe. I don't know what you guys are so worried about. Really? There? Of all the moves, that is easily the most baffling. I am so confused. Wow. I mean, I guess I get what he's gonna do, but I don't like believe in it. All right, fine. See who's right. Probably him. What's the problem? Is there a problem? Like there could feasibly be a problem. I'm not discounting that possibility. Okay, I mean, he's, you know, I assume that, you know, some threat, maybe? I don't know. I don't know what it is, but yes. Threat? Is he threatening something? So confused. Okay, I don't know. This is my best guess as to what a good move might look like. Draw agreed. It's a draw, Monfrere. I'm not saying I'll draw it. But it had to have been a draw. What did I do wrong? I got my bishop. I mean, this might be... no, because this is hanging. Yeah, maybe here... I mean, this has got to be better, obviously. Now it could... it might be winning. I'm still sort of inclined to think that it's not, but... like, if I go here, what is... he's probably winning here, I guess. Yeah, I mean, this is just too quick, so... I guess it was here. I've actually got to... I've got to go here, because I need my king to come here. I think think that's where it went wrong. Although if that's true, then he's like winning here, like, because I mean, I don't think I'm really like threatening to take that. I mean, I guess I sort of am. I really need the thing here. I thought I could just do like anything I wanted and draw, but I think maybe I should go here. Because this is really where the bishop wants to be. This wasn't as simple as I thought it would be. But this has to be bad because I'm giving his... Well, I mean, that's not true. Here I should... Yeah, I mean... That's what I'm going with, is I should have played bishop a7, like, at the first opportunity. I just thought there was, like, no way for him to do anything. Alright, let's see if I'm right about anything. It's just lost always? Wow. I just lost the whole game, it says. So I guess if I'm gonna play this opening, I gotta actually like learn it and not just wing it like I have been. It doesn't even like going after this that much. I mean, maybe if I had known I was down a pawn, I would have played a little differently. I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't have, but... Yeah, like, I don't really know why black is... Like, I don't know why black is fine after, like, straightening this out for him. Okay, e5 is a pretty logical looking move. I like e5. Yeah. I didn't even see bishop d5 was legal. That's obviously the best move. Yeah, and I never saw bishop e6. I mean, I knew I was in trouble there. I can't believe he played takes a5. Like, why not take this? Why not, like, what is, like, what, just gonna weaken every pawn instead? Like, I mean, he wants to get his rook, but, like, it doesn't really help that much. I didn't think. So at least I was sort of right about this phase of the game. Unfortunately, I'm still just in a lot of trouble here. I didn't really know what I have so many things I can take. I don't know which one. Like, I could take pawns or defend pawns or something. I guess this makes the most sense because then the bishop is watching out for this, so I can go do other stuff with my rook. Yeah, and trading rooks was very strange. I mean, I thought here he would just go here, and I didn't. I mean, yeah, or bishop. I don't know why that's so much better. Well, I mean, checking his king forward doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I admit. I thought maybe I had some tricks with, like, e4, but... Man, it's actually just mate here. Tough. I mean, he could probably win the game pretty simply like this, right? Oh, it's not so simple? I guess with my king already right here, I would think like... I would think he would be able to do stuff, but yeah, I don't know. But it says it's just mate and 7. What's the mate here? Okay, that I agree with. Yeah, I really would have thought this was crazy. I still think it's a draw, even though the computer says it's winning. It's not just random, I think opposite color bishops always draw. It's like, I mean, you know, I thought he can't really do anything here. I did see that this pawn could be a liability, but I didn't see how he was going to actually... I thought if he ever, like... Even if he got over there, I thought I could defend it. Grab a pawn? I don't know where you mean, unfortunately. Well, I didn't think he could do anything. I didn't think he could advance his pawns. I didn't think he could get to the other pawns. So that's why I thought it was a draw. That logic checks out. It's just not true, but the logic checks out. Okay, at least I'm right that like, this is... Okay, I don't know. What computer is not super helpful. When it loads, it's losing. Yeah, I mean, he can just play all these, like, cagey in-the-game waiting moves. It is annoying, I admit. Okay, let's move the bishop randomly again. Now it says start doing your plan. Or keep waiting, because... I mean, yeah, I don't have, like, a thing. I can't really, like, do anything active. Obviously. Even sticking the bishop here is premature. I can't really... That's not effective until his king starts running away. Because if he ever can go here, like, I'm just toast. I watched like overtime. That's basically all I watched of the Super Bowl. I watched the last like few minutes of regulation and overtime. I don't really care about the NFL. It's not like a entertaining thing, so. Yep. Okay, so it was just lost the whole time. Tough stuff. Even here I was harboring delusions. But I mean, I saw G5 was coming up. Alright, well. That wasn't the best stream as far as chess goes. You know, chess playing. Lost 18 points. That's pretty good. I won one game where that guy played, you know, kind of crazy. Oh well, what can you do? I'm from Alabama, so I'm obligated to like college football. I love college football because it's fun. Although they're doing their best to make it worse. They're doing the, like, college football's doing their best to like make it like the NFL, but worse. And the NFL's already bad. So, I don't know. More YouTube content? Yeah, maybe, I don't know. Or I'll just play more poker and less chess. That could also happen. But yeah, the NFL is like sterile and not really, you know, fun, I don't think. Especially the Super Bowl is like the worst. Because like, you know, there's not fans of the teams there, there's just rich people there. You know. that don't really have any connection to, for the most part, the people there don't have any connection to the teams. So like, it's not really a good atmosphere. It's just like a, you know, like a manufactured event. Yeah, the tickets are outrageous. Like no like actual fan of the team can afford to go to the games. So. Marginally better than a total fish, but don't see how to turn poker into a plus EV game. Well, you got to find games that that everyone else is more of a fish than you are. That's all it is. In a funny way, poker is like chess, even though you would think poker would be nothing like chess. But in poker, you, like, in theory, the only way that you make money or do well in poker is when your opponents make mistakes, which is exactly like chess. Like, you can't win a game of chess unless your opponent makes mistakes. So, like, the way that you win at chess is you play correctly, and they don't, and then eventually you win. And that's basically poker, too. It's just, you know, poker has variance and randomness that chess doesn't have. I mean, rake is significant, but if we're talking about, like, micro stakes cash games online, the players are abysmal, so, like, you can make up for that. I don't even understand how you can do 8. I can play, like, 4 is the most I've done, and even that, I feel like, is like, stretches me kind of thin. Don't understand the math of how much better you have to be factoring in rake. I don't really know the math either, but I just promise you, like, if you go play like a 1 cent, 2 cent game online, like, oh my god, like, people just give away money basically. I mean, that's not their stated goal, Lenny, but I mean, I'm not against paying the players, but the way that it is now with, well, I mean, there's two kind of things going on. One, there's NIL, which is how the players are getting paid, which has basically created like a free agency market in college football. So all the good players can go to the biggest schools that have the most money and the most resources. And it just, you know, it just feels like it's not, it feels like it's terrible for like competitive balance. So there's that going on. And then there's also the conference realignment, where like now it's basically just the Big 12, I'm sorry, the Big 10 and the SEC are like the only good conferences. And they don't make sense as conferences anymore. Like the SEC kind of does. Like geographically the schools are all like contiguous, but the Big 10 just makes like no sense. And it just feels like an NFL light, like Rutgers and UCLA in the same conference. Like, come on. So yeah, and then I mean a third thing is expanding the playoff to 12 teams. Now the regular season in college football has always been great because every single game, like if you lost that game, your season was basically over. Like if you're trying to win a national championship, like you basically, every single game is incredibly significant. But now with the 12-team playoff, if you're in the top 5, it doesn't really matter if you lose because you're going to still be in the top 12. The conference championships don't matter at all anymore because the playoffs are the only thing that matter. Rakeback still exists. I'm trying to figure out the best way to manage that myself. Because I'm kind of at a point where if I play enough, I could definitely get $50 a week, like with no problem in Rakeback. But it's, can I play enough hands at a good enough level to where I'm not like losing more than that? I'm very confident that I can play 25 NL profitably, but to actually get the rake back would be a lot of hands, and I don't know if I want to put that much into it. Bama's head coach is Kalen DeBoer. I don't know much about him. What's the best sites to play on? I heard playing weaker sites is more important than Rake. I'm probably not the most, you know, knowledgeable. Yeah, most people say Poker Stars is the best, but you can't actually play it in the US except for, like, it's like Pennsylvania, Michigan. There's a few states you can play Poker Stars. But even then, it's like, it's not... It's like a walled thing within those states. My personal belief is I don't think that any one site is like that significantly better than any of the others in terms of like player pool. Because it's, I mean, like if one site's weak and people figure out that it's weak, like the good players are gonna go. Like it's just gonna. It's not like there's anything stopping the players who are good from like going to where the fish are. So I don't really think that stressing about site is like that big of a deal. How's it going, Pammy? I agree, they are stupid. I do like ACR the most. I've basically only played on Bovada and ACR, and I do like ACR the most. But yeah, Poker Stars is the most trusted name in the business, but yeah, most Americans can't play there. I haven't really gotten to the point where withdrawing winnings is like a thing that I need to do. So, like I'm winning slowly, but I mean I'm trying to like basically build up the amount of money that I have so that I can play, you know, higher stakes. So I'm not really at a point where withdrawing has come into play. I'm doing all right, Pammy, except for I lost all my chess games. Somebody said on Twitter they traveled 8,000 miles for an easy live poker game. I mean, if you're like a high stakes pro, that makes total sense. Like if you find out that there's, you know, a high limit game with, you know, billionaires that don't know how to play poker, like, yeah, I mean, it makes sense to travel that far for. I've had to put more money in at various points, but not much. I mean, about 6 months ago, maybe it was a little more, I can't remember. But I came in second in a tournament and won $1,000, and I've basically just been like using it's gone up and down from there, but like, you know, that sort of kept me where I don't have to put any more money into it. But before that, I would occasionally have to top off, you know. But yeah, I like cash games more than tournaments, but I'm still kind of like, maybe I'll play tournaments some. Lenny winning $400,000 in, you know, a few days was kind of like, oh, well, that would be cool. But obviously I'm nowhere near that level. Well, I mean, you have to run good to get second in a tournament of hundreds of people. I don't really remember specific hands, to be honest. I mean, I think it was both. But I mean, yeah, you can't finish that high without having a lot of run good. Just get staked? I mean, if I knew how to do that, I would do it, but... I review some of my hands. I'm just saying that tournament I don't remember because it was months ago. I couldn't tell you. The only thing I remember about that tournament is that the second to last hand of the tournament, you know, we're playing heads up. And I had a very small chip lead. Like, it was basically 50-50. And now I'm trying to remember the exact thing. I think I had top 2 pair or something like that. Yeah, I think I think the board was something like ace something something, and I had something something. So I had bottom 2 pair. Or maybe it wasn't an ace, maybe it was like a king or something. But I flopped 2 pair, and then he had like top pair, or the other pair. Yeah, I think I had bottom 2 and he had top pair. And then the money ended up all going in on the turn. where he has like 4 outs or 5 outs. I can't remember. So I'm like, so I 80%, 75%, I just win the tournament right there. But then he hit his, I think it was a 4-outer, but it might have been a 5-outer. I guess it was a 5-outer. Nah, something's not adding up there. But anyway, he hit a 4 or 5-outer on the river, and then he basically, then I basically had like 3 big blinds left and just lost the next hand. I don't really review with other people. I mean, I have a friend that plays poker like around my level, and sometimes we'll talk about hands, but not too often. I probably should, like, they say you should review hands with other people, and you know, but I haven't really done much of that. How's it going, Ruby? We can look at some of my hands. We could do that for a few minutes, because I played a lot today. Let's see, we can look at some of my hands since we're talking about it. I just got to figure out a way to do this to where I'm not, like, doxing anything important. Is anyone here good at poker? We'll look at some of my biggest hands from today. I don't even remember them anymore. I mean, I played like 1,000 hands, so who can remember what happened? Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. We can move this guy over here. Ah, he's still on screen. Unbelievable. Okay, that's fine. No limit hold'em. ELO is, like, daunting. I've played it a few times, like, it's super low stakes just for fun. Alright, let's look at this hand. We'll look at a few hands, I guess. Look at some of my biggest hands of this session. Alright, there's nothing here that I have to, like, hide for any reason. I don't think. Yeah, the way this hand replayer works is not the clearest, but try to move some of these things out of the way. I remember this hand I thought was sort of a punt. Actually, I think this hand is bad. But we'll see what you guys think. And we should hide the... Let's hide opponent hole cards. So you guys already know for this hand, if you were paying attention. No, that counts Pammy J. And then, yeah, we can keep it as big blinds. That is fine. Okay. So I'm in the big blinds. That's sort of a big raise size, but I don't know, it doesn't really matter, I guess. Okay, and then this guy 3 bets. And I'm not even sure that I should 4-bet this, but for whatever reason, I just decided I'm gonna cold 4-bet. The reason I 4-bet was, I think this guy is kind of a loose player, and I think he 3-bets a little light. So I kind of viewed this as like a squeeze. Like, basically I thought this guy's likely to not have a hand that he wants to call a 4-bet. So if I just get through this guy, then my 4-bet's gonna work. And obviously my hand's pretty reasonable, like, even if I get called. I don't know if that's technically correct. Like, when this guy opens an early position, ace-queen is not, like, you know, not the greatest. Okay, so I 4-bet. Also, my size might be a little too big, but I'm out of position. And... Okay, so this guy folds, which is what I wanted. But then this guy jams. And I think I'm probably supposed to just fold. But it's probably, like, kind of close, because... I mean, unless he has aces, I'm at least going to have some equity. But I think because my 4-bet size was so big, I got here and I was like, well, my price is so good, like it's, I mean, it's 2 to 1. So anyway, I called, and yeah, this, I mean, it doesn't really matter because all the money's in here, but the flop actually gave me some hope. Like, I've got a bajillion outs now, but no, bricked out and he had queens. I think probably I played that hand badly, but I don't know that any particular decision was egregious, but the sum total of everything was kind of bad. Fold pre-flop. Fold would be... it feels so tight to fold ace queen suited. Even against early position raise 3-bet. Like, I know ace queen's not that good, but it's still pretty good. Like, you just want a flat initiative? I mean, I could flat, but then if this guy, you know, goes crazy, then I'm in a weird spot. But yeah, I'm not really going to defend the hand. I went crazy when I didn't really have to. I really don't normally play... I don't have spewy hands like that too often. I think the psychological factor there was that was near the end of the session, and I had been sort of like pretty even or a little bit down the whole session, and I think in the back of my head I wanted to be up at the end of the session. So I think maybe I gotta work on like not, you know, spewing just because I would like to have more money than I do currently. Okay. Oh, this hand is a good one. Well, not really. This hand is a good outcome. It's not really a good hand. Well, usually it is Pammy. It's just when the guy raises early position, it means he's got a good hand too, so. Okay, so I'm on the button here with King 9 suited. A lot of folding. Folds around to me. Obvious open. Okay, this guy raises. I think I can 4-bet this. I actually don't remember if I 4-bet this or not. I think king 9, king 8, king 7 suited are like reasonable 4-bets. Probably king 9 most of all, because it actually can connect and make a straight. Well, that mindset is not very indicative of how I normally would play bouncy, but you're kind of right. Wait, why is chat over here not working? Okay. Hopefully I'm not missing YouTube chat. But it's only Twitch chat I'm seeing for some reason. Okay, so I can't remember if I 4-bet this or not. I think 4-bet or call is fine. Okay, I just called. I probably... This player is very tight. Like, he only has an 11-6. So 4-betting him is probably pretty dangerous, which maybe I was thinking of during the hand, or maybe I just picked an action randomly. I don't know. Okay, so 3-bet pot. Obviously, this is a pretty reasonable flop. I've got middle pair, and I've got the nut flush draw. Well, I mean, I have my own tracker that tracks stats, so basically... Like, I've been in 424 hands with this guy. So I have some data on how he plays. Okay, so yeah, middle pair, nut flush draw. Pretty great flop, really. He continues for, like, 3rd pot. I think this is just a call. I don't see any reason to, like, get crazy. I called. Okay, now we have the nut flush, so the hand sort of plays itself. I've never heard of that, Ruby. What is that? I haven't heard of that either. Okay, he continues for about half pot, it looks like this time. No, about 2/3 pot. I don't see any reason to raise, because, I mean, the only thing that could ever scare me is the board pairing. Maybe a raise is reasonable. Maybe a raise is fine. But, I mean, if I call, there's going to be 95 big blinds in the middle and 52 behind. So it seems like all the money's getting in on the river anyway. And if I raise here... Maybe yeah, I mean, if I raise here, he probably finds some folds. You know, if he's got, like, ace-king... I don't know. He's he probably should fold ace. I don't know. Anyway, I think calling's the right play. Roguelike deck building game. Sounds interesting, but yeah, I've never heard of it. Okay, so I just called. And basically I just don't want the board to pair, and the board didn't pair, and he went all in and I called, so I mean I have the nuts on the river, so it doesn't matter. And then he had aces. So this was a fairly, I mean I played the hand I think correctly on every street, but it's still pretty fortunate that I cracked the guy's aces. And that he just went bet, bet, bet every street. I don't think he should jam the river. I think he got too attached to his aces. But it probably doesn't matter, because if he doesn't jam the river, I'm obviously jamming the river, and it's going to be hard for him to not call. So, yeah, I mean, like, obviously I know aces is part of his range, but, you know, I figured, like, since it was button versus blind, like, he probably has a lot of stuff in his range that's not sets. So yeah, if the board had paired, I would go broke, but I don't know. I mean, yeah, I mean it's some depth, yeah. I don't know what the depth is. Shoving the turn most of the time. I mean, in this particular hand it would have worked. Because like I don't think he's gonna fold top set. I mean he can't fold top set on the turn because he's still got, even if he's behind, he's got 10 outs. But I don't know. I mean I think he could turn up with, you know, with some top pair that maybe he folds with if I shove on the river, but. Or, I'm sorry, shove on the turn. But it seems like both, I don't know, they seem like they both would be okay. He just, you know, when they take this line of just, like, pre-flop raise, bet flop, bet turn, like, you know, it just kind of seems like, alright, this guy wants to bet, I don't want to slow him down, you know? I don't want to give him any reasons to, like, not continue his actions. I mean, you know, at the end of the day, like, this isn't really a good hand to analyze because this is just like a dream hand. Like, this is the hand where you get money because as long as you don't like fold pre-flop or something, like you just end up winning a lot of money in this hand no matter what you do. Like, you probably just get stacks no matter what there. Okay, this is going to be a good hand to look at because I actually don't remember this hand. And I remember I was looking at my log later, and I was like, wow, I don't remember this hand playing at all. Like, I just don't remember playing it. But yeah, basically bouncing. Okay, I'm in small blind, ace queen suited again. I think I actually had this hand. I think I had this hand at the same time as another big hand, and I was like, split my attention. I think that's why I don't remember this. Okay, so raises, this seems like a obvious 3-bet here. This guy flats, which is pretty weird. But he's got some fishy looking stats. So he might just be a fish. Okay, and this guy folds. I must have just thought this guy, yeah, okay, so I mean this guy just looks fishy because a few things. A, flatting this 3-bet is fishy. But also he's short stacked. He only has 66 or 67, 68 bigs. And then, I mean, these stats are obviously kind of fishy. In fact, I think I'm just going to tag this guy for later. Because he seems bad, probably. Okay, this guy folds, which is good, because that guy actually knows how to play. Okay. So yeah, pretty good flop. I really like playing 4-bet pots, but I mean, you can't just do it with anything, obviously. I find 4-bet pots to be some of the easiest for me to manage because it's just a very Like, it's sort of the one situation in poker where it feels to me like it's manageable to try to calculate like all of the possibilities. Because it's just, they have a very narrow range of hands they can have. And usually the SPR is low, if you're familiar with that. So there's a small number of hands they can have, there's a small number of hands you can have, and there's a small number of actions that are available to the players. So for me, coming from chess, I feel like when the variables get sort of manageable, like I can actually kind of calculate a little bit. So I like playing 4-bet pots. But yeah, I mean, you can't just like go crazy just because you like playing 4-bet pots, so. I wouldn't, not in blind versus blind, I wouldn't fold ace-queen suited. I mean, if this guy were like a reg, and, well, I mean, I guess a reg wouldn't shove, but like, I think even if he shoved, I would call, just because I would think it looked fishy. So I don't think I'm ever folding to any bet that this guy makes, but unless I just like know that the guy will only shove aces or something. But people shove random crap all the time. When you see fishy stats, like you'll see them shove fishy stuff, you know. Okay, so top pair, second kicker. 3-bet pot, but blind versus blind, so I mean, this is like almost the nuts. Almost. So I continue. It looks like I bet kind of small. A little over 1/3. I could probably go a little bit bigger, just considering how connected the board is. Well, this is 9-handed. I don't really know exactly what you're supposed to have, but like this is kind of more in line with, you know, what I would normally see. Like these guys, 25, 19. I mean, theoretically, there shouldn't be that big of a gap between VPIP and PFR. But yeah, somewhere in this neighborhood. This guy's obviously, I mean, I have a small number of hands. I only have 44 hands on him. But even over 44 hands, if he's VPIPing half the time, like that's absurd. Especially since the 44 hands I have on him are very likely 9-handed. So he definitely shouldn't be VPIPing anywhere near that amount. So I just assume he always has more crap than he should have. So I'm less afraid to bet into him. Okay, so I bet kind of small. I probably could go bigger, but I also don't want him to fold at this point because I think I have the best hand almost always. He calls. That's like the worst possible turn card. If he's somehow calling with some draw, a lot of them just came in. Or, you know, some of them, you know, he could somehow have hit 2 pair on a 5-7 or something. I mean, I don't know if he's flatting the 3-bet with 5-7, but who knows what the guy's doing. I like 9-handed more. Let me talk about that after this hand. Because I've actually been thinking about that recently. So yeah, this turn card is kind of terrible. And maybe I should just check, but I think I bet. I did check, okay. I hate having to slow down on cards like this because I feel like it just says to the opponent, like, I do not have a flush. I think I'm struggling to balance my range in these kind of spots where, like, a lot of the draws come in. I mean, I guess the straight draws don't really exist because I wouldn't expect... Even this guy I wouldn't expect to show up with 6-9 or 6-4. Oh no, not the Poctor. It is Poctor. This Bouncy got me started talking about it. I think it was Bouncy. So, I check, which makes sense. Oh, and he just shoves here. Like, that's such a terrible, like... I hate this spot so much. I do kind of remember the hand now. So, I mean, he shoved 40 into, like, 60. Interesting, Zev. I mean, I think just given the bet side, like, it's only 2/3. Like, I don't know. I mean, I feel like against a better player, I wouldn't call. I think it is a call, probably even in theory, just because there's a lot he can call that's the flop with other than 2 hearts. If he had something like ace-8, he probably would raise the flop, I think, because he doesn't want to see a flush come in. Oh, I'm sorry. This was played on ACR, D-Sparks, but what you're seeing right now is not ACR, but I was playing on ACR. Why not Scrabble? Because nobody asked me about Scrabble. Bouncy was asking about poker. So I feel like I'm supposed to... I mean... Given the player type, I think it's like a slam dunk call. Because I think he can just be screwing around here. If this were a reasonable player, then it gets pretty tough, I think. But what set could he really have? Because I think 7s and 8s would raise the flop. Because they don't... Because on such a wet board, they don't want to see a heart or a... You know, something else come in either. You're saying you'll play Scrabble against me? Is that what you're saying? I'm gonna end stream after looking at a few more hands because I'm tired. But I could potentially play Scrabble anyway, but I'm not gonna do it on stream just because I'm getting tired. I guess technically he should have more flushes than me. Yeah, I think he probably should. Yeah, he could have like the 7 and some heart. Yeah, King 7, Queen 7, something like that. I don't know. I think it's a call, but it's one that you never feel that good about. But I called, and the 4th heart came, which is even worse, and he had ace 9. So his play is really bad. I guess he figured he had top pair and a gut shot. I mean, his play's terrible. But that's how you make money at poker. Like he should check the turn. There's no way he should do anything but check the turn. I don't know. Like, I wonder if he... Like, I guess he is trying to bluff? I don't know. I think sometimes weaker players, which I would include myself in, don't think about, like, is this a value bet, or am I bluffing for value, or am I betting for value, or am I betting as a bluff? Yeah, I mean, it was all in, so... Yeah, I definitely can't play a 1-hour game. Too tired. Okay, so that was another hand that I think was pretty standard, but it could have been worse if the guy were playing a, you know, if the villain had been less fishy. Okay, the next 2 are hands that did not go as well, which are probably better to look at. So I have jacks. I got jacks a lot in this session for some reason. And I'm under the gun. So I min raise, which is standard for me in early position. Anything I open, I'm just gonna min raise. This guy 3-bets big. He 4x's me. I don't have much on this guy, but he seems kind of reggy to me. Okay, I mean, I think... Again, I don't really remember what I did, but I think this is just a call. Given the fact that I raised from early position, he's 3-betting me large, like, his range here is probably really strong. And I don't think a 4-bet is gonna leave me in a good spot. So I think this is just a call, and we hope that the board comes low, or we hope that we spike the jack. I mean, we do actually have the right implied odds if we're doing nothing but set mining, but, you know, our hand is strong enough to do more than set mine. Okay, so I called. And, yeah, it's not really such a great flop. I mean, the king's such an annoying card because I kind of think this guy's range is like queens plus, ace king. Maybe he can show up with ace queen. Maybe he would show up with like ace 5 suited as a bluff, but I don't really see that happen that much at at these stakes. Checking seems completely right. Fold doesn't seem that crazy to me either, honestly. It's just so hard to fold. Jacks is good enough that I don't really want to fold them. But I don't think that doesn't seem crazy at all. Because his range does seem very strong. I think though, like I'm getting a good price to set mine. So I think even if it's just a set mine, I think I have to call. I guess there's some problems where, you know, the board could come out ace jack 5 and I hit my set, but he has aces. But okay, well, we missed the flop basically. Check. He bets quarter pot or like a third pot. Yeah. Honestly, I think it's just a fold here. I think it's got to be a fold. I think I called though. I don't know why I called. I really don't know what I can expect him to have. Like ace queen is really like, and that's stretching it that he would even have ace queen here. So I think this should just be a fold, and I don't know why I called. Check, check. Yeah, I mean, interesting that the flush comes in. But I don't think that is really that significant. Please tell me I didn't try to, like, bluff this. Oh my god, why did I do that? And if I'm gonna bluff, this size looks pretty terrible too. I don't think I thought this was a bluff. I think this is just an atrocious hand. I think I played this awfully. Because I'm trying to decide, would I ever play ace king of clubs this way? Like, could I get here with ace king of clubs? Probably not. Probably I'm raising the flop. So yeah, I don't think I can even really bluff here. If I'm gonna bluff, I have to bluff way bigger. Like, I can't just bet like half pot. I think for some reason in my head I thought this was like a blocky kind of. This is one of those bets I'm talking about where, like, I don't know if I intended this to be value or bluff. Both seem ridiculous. I don't think it could work as value or bluff. Because what hands could I beat? Like, pocket tens? Again, I don't think he's playing that way pre-flop with tens. I think this is just awful. And yeah, he had ace king. So I think that's just a terrible hand. I don't know what I was thinking. Here's another hand with jacks. I told you I got jacks a lot. Okay, big blind this time. Blind versus blind. Small blind raises, I 3-bet. He 4-bets. So he also is pretty short stacked. He came into the hand with 57, 58 big blinds. I guess calling is probably just right. I don't think you can fold here, blind versus blind. I think the only debate is call or shove, but I mean, shoving is basically a bluff, and he's getting such a good price just because of his short stack, so I think call is right. But apparently I shoved. Okay, I remember this hand now. Shoving, I guess, isn't ridiculous, but I think I'm just always going to get called by anything that's better or has... Like, I'm going to get called by ace, king, queens, kings, aces. In this particular hand, he called me with ace, queen. And then, yeah, he hit his queen. I think I should just flat. And then if I had flat, then he would bet here. I mean, it might not have made a difference. Like, he probably would have just shoved on the flop. I don't know. This probably isn't too egregious. I mean, I think just jamming here is fine too. But all right, let's do one or two more. I don't know. Okay, so two things there bouncing. One, overcards are always not a favorite to an underpair. Unless there's like card removal going on that you don't know about. So if in any case where one side has a pocket pair and the other side has two overcards, the pocket pair is a small favorite. I'm like 99% sure that what I said's right. I guess the only time that that might not be true is like if you had 2-2 and I had Jack 10 suited, that would be like the best case scenario for the overcards. But I think the 2s are still a favorite. But I might be wrong about that very extreme example. The second thing is the concept of bullying with a bigger stack size is more of a tournament thing. That doesn't really apply to cash games. Because cash games, you can always, like, the guy can always reload. So you don't have leverage over people in that way. In tournaments, you do, because in tournaments, what people like to say is that folding is plus EV. So in a tournament, whenever you fold, you gain EV, or you gain, in this case, EV on like your outcome of the tournament, because other people might go bust, and you folded, and you didn't bust. But that doesn't apply in cash games. In cash games, a fold is always 0 EV. All right. This hand. I don't remember this one either. That's true, that people will do that, but I think they do that incorrectly. I don't think that that's grounded in theory, but okay. So I have ace 9 on the button suited. This guy limps, so I'm gonna open to 4 big blinds here, or well, like 3.7. And then I have this guy marked as a nitty player, but I think I also have him marked as a fish. But it might have been because of this hand that I marked him as a fish, I'm not sure. Okay, and he calls, and we flop top, so that's nice. I think this is a mandatory bet, because there's so many cards that can come on the turn that I'm not going to like. Anything 10 or higher, I'm not going to be thrilled. Well, anything 10 through king, I'm not going to be thrilled about. Anything 4 through 9, I'm not going to be thrilled about. Any heart, I'm not going to be thrilled about. So I think I should just bet this big. I think I should bet 2/3 here. I'm going to assume that's what I did. Yes, I did bet. Looks like about 2/3. This guy raises, so limps pre-flop, check raises flop on this. I block top pair, but the guy's kind of fishy. Feels like he probably has some kind of draw, right? Just based on how the board is. Like 2 pairs hard to put him on. Probably the best case scenario for him is pair plus like a gut shot. Like he has 9-8 or 7-8, something like that. Or he could have 2 hearts. He could have, you know, king jack of hearts or something. CM Lions, thanks for raiding. Sorry, we're not actually doing chess anymore. We're doing... Wait, when did Tina raid me and I didn't know it? Tina raided me an hour ago and I had no idea? I'm the worst. Okay. Thank you, Josh. Or, well, you tried. I'll change it, because I should change it. And I should change the title, too. Fish reviews hands. Okay. Oh yeah, you were supposed to go to sleep, Josh. Come on. You can count to 10? That's pretty good. Okay, so we were trying to put this guy on some range. So yeah, I think 7, 8, 5, 6. But I don't know. I mean, the guy plays pretty tight, so he probably shouldn't have those hands. So probably more likely is like King Jack of Hearts, Ace Jack of Hearts. Why is he limping that though? I don't know. It's hard to put him. It's hard to know what this guy's doing. It's sort of a weird spot, I think. That is true, GP Bear. You have the nuts here, you should go all in. That seems extreme. Like, he could have pocket 7s, right? He could have 5s or something. He could have 6, 8. I doubt it. Okay, call seems completely right to me. King comes, which is one of those cards we're not, like, thrilled of, but honestly, I think his range is more like middle connected kind of cards than big cards. I mean, as the preflop aggressor, a king should normally be better for my range anyway. So I think it's sort of a decent to good card for me. He checks, and I think I should just check too. After his check raise, you know, I don't really want to reopen the action, I don't think. Easy check. Okay, and then the 5 comes, which I guess is a little scary, like if he did have 6-5 or something, but I don't know. Like, this tight player is limp calling with 6-5 pre-flop? I don't think so. What would I have done if they bet? I think I have to call. I mean, I think I have to call. Because I still think the guy's on a lot of draws here. I mean, what would suck is if he had, like, King 10 of hearts, and then he spikes his king. But even against that, I have 5 outs. Oh, that's not true. I guess I only have 3 outs. Wait, no, I have more outs. No, I guess I have 4 outs? I don't know, I'm bad at math. Josh, do you know about, like, do you know poker at all? Like, do you know what you're talking about? I mean, same for GP Bear. I don't know who knows anything about poker. Okay, he bets. But he bets really small. He bets like 1/3. So I think this is just a call, like... There's no, like, we can't raise, like, we're only gonna get called by better. I don't think you can fold for this price when he could have a lot of missed draws. 10-8, 2 hearts. You know. That's generally how what I believe Famutron. I think it's just a call, and, like, sometimes he turns up and beats us. He had pocket 4s. He played the hand completely preposterously. Like, I don't mind the limp call pre-flop. The raise, I mean, the check raise on the flop is just unbelievably awful. And yeah, I mean, yeah. He played terrible. Yeah, I guess the scene is not perfectly ideal for this, but... That's pretty good, though, Josh. Yeah, he bet like 1/3, so... Thanks for following Rihar Risi. But yeah, he bet 12 big blinds into 37. So he bet 1/3 pot. So yeah, I only need 20%. Yeah, no, I mean, he played completely awfully. Like, I mean, the check raise is so bad. Like, the check raise is basically he just thinks I'm bullshitting, and I just have no part of anything. And then, like, the river bet's not terrible, but, like, he obviously has to bet bigger than, like, I'm not gonna fold to that. Like, there's nothing I'm calling the check raise with that I'm folding to this. It's not gonna happen. I mean, yeah, it's really bad. I agree. Ace 5 offsuit, but I'm in the big blind. Okay, so this guy in the... See, that looks like the hijack, or the, yeah, the hijack opens. Oh, nice, Josh. He opens to 3. This is one of those where, like, I think in theory... Actually, I don't even know. I think I probably should just fold. Like, I think fold's fine. Like, I guess you're supposed to defend, you know, ace X hands in the big blind at a pretty reasonable frequency, but I really don't think it's that bad to fold. It's gonna be hard to play this as well as a solver would and get their value, you know, get their EV out of defending this. Okay, but I flopped the nut flush draw, so that helps, and I have bottom pair. Ah, dang, too bad, Josh. Okay, so range check here. He continues for about a third pot. Okay, so this is kind of interesting. I could raise, or I could just call. I don't remember what I did, and I also don't know what I prefer. Like, one thing I wonder if... Like, since I have the pair, that leans me more towards a call. Like, I don't really have to polarize my hand. Thank you, Josh. I mean, yeah, that's a pretty small part of their range you're talking about. I do block one of the sets. I mean, he also could just already have a flush. Like, he could, like, king, queen, king, jack, queen, jack, jack 10, or, I'm sorry, there's no 10's already out there. There are a few combos of flushes that already exist. And actually, this guy could even play, like, king 9, king 7 of spades. I think call makes sense, but it looks like I raised. I mean, I raised seems okay too. Like, we probably are just gonna win this pot here a lot because he has lots of random overcards with no spades, you know. But he calls. Okay, turn is sort of a brick. I mean, can we ever rep this like we would do this with Queen Jack? Queen Jack 1 spade or something, and we hit a straight? I mean, we could, but he could also do that. Oh, hey, it's Illusory Poker. There's someone who I can actually trust their advice. It's not actually a poker stream. I was streaming chess, and then I was going to end, and someone started talking to me about poker, and then I was like, okay, we'll review some hands that I played today. So, yeah. I should probably, I don't know. I'm also really tired, so I'm probably not thinking, you know, the most clearly. It didn't go terribly, but I did end up with a losing session, but it wasn't, like, a disaster or anything. The 9 isn't a brick, it's a stepping stone. Okay, maybe. Well, you know, the big 6-7 got there, so... I don't know, I think barreling here kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Like... Yeah, I think I should barrel it. Okay, I did. But I only did half pot? I think I gotta do more than that if I'm gonna keep betting. Triple off. Oh, and then he raised me. What is that? Like, how's he raising me? Who's... Who's the polar one here? I don't even know what to do against that. I guess I can't fold. I can't fold. I got the nut flush draw. Always play Jack 7. I was gonna make a joke because I think Illusory Poker, his like one of his big hands in the big tournament. I think it was Jack 8, not Jack 7, but close. It might have been Jack 7. I think it was Jack 8 though. No, maybe it was Jack 7. It was Jack 7 and he was up against 10s and 8s? That sounds right. Yeah, I don't know what this raise is. This raise doesn't make sense to me. How much is it? It's... I'm getting 3-1, it says on the screen here. And I should have at least 20? Ugh. I mean, I think I should just call it. I just hate it. I think I should call it, though. All right, I called. All right, and we got there on the river. Now, all bets are off. I think this is where I regret how I think I made some stupid bet here. I should just check. I think. I just hate missing value in these spots. I mean, the other thing is... There's already 116 bigs in the middle, and he's got 50 left. So how can he fold to any bet? Poker is easy when you have the nuts, yeah. It's a little easier. Although I don't have the nuts. I don't have 6-7 of spades. So... You gotta watch it. Yeah. I think I just, like, bet here. I guess it's probably... Yeah, I just shoved here, which... I don't know. I don't know how I'm ever getting called. Unless he has the king. If he has the king, I'm just probably getting all the money anyway. So I think I should just check and, like, let him do some stupid thing. Like, what's he gonna check behind with that he would actually call a bet with? Bet 35 bigs. I mean, that seems kind of reasonable. I don't know. Well, bouncing, I don't know if the call is correct, but are you familiar with my little friend implied odds? I'm sure that's what I was thinking, was that I have the right implied odds. The problem with that is I didn't get paid off on the river. So I didn't have the right implied odds because I didn't get anything. So I don't know if it's actually true, but I'm sure that's what I was thinking. Yeah, I got equity. I mean, a 5, like I might have, the 2 5s might be good outs for me too, you know? Yeah, I think I should check the river. Because I'm going back to that thought, like, what would he actually check behind with that he wouldn't just fold to a bet anyway? Yeah, but this thought process of, like, bet small because you gotta get paid and it's better than nothing is, like, not really true. But it's a little different here because the SPR is so low. And it's also pretty, like, my hand's pretty face up, like I have a flush, you know. How's it going, Waffle Waffle? But a lot of times people make that argument, but it's actually, like, much better to just, like, shove 2x pot. But people will be like, ah, I'll bet 1/3 because I want to get paid. I mean, poker's a tough game. Okay, it seems like the turn has so many chips that they'd feel safe-ish if there wasn't the scare card. Hey, Finn Beingold, thank you for the sub. Dude, I don't know. This hand's so weird because... Like, I don't know that this should ever happen in theory, where, like, I check raise the flop, then like the turn is basically a brick. And then he raises me on the turn, like I polarize myself on the flop, and then the turn's basically a brick, and then he polarizes himself. Like it doesn't seem to me like that should happen in theory ever. So I don't really even know how to, I don't know how to parse the hand because this turn raise is so weird to me. And I don't think this guy's a bad player. Like his, I mean, like his stats are like normal. Making a straight on the turn, but then like is a straight really that excited to just start shoveling in money here on a monotone flop? Where I check raised him? And I can easily have flushes? But I mean, yeah, maybe, I don't know. So this is just a weird hand. I have no idea if anything that either player did was correct. But I know that I was correct in hitting my nut flush on the river. It's a good poker stream? Yeah, maybe. That could be an interesting idea, because I enjoy poker, but I know I'm not good enough to play and stream at the same time. And I also don't like how poker streams basically have to be on a delay. So maybe hand review stream. Are there people out there that do that in the poker category? They just review hands that already happened? I know there's YouTube channels that do that. How's it going, Chexy? Always chase? Yeah, exactly. He tried to push off a flush draw but didn't bet enough. Maybe. But why is he suddenly trying to push me off a hand on the turn when he's not on the flop? Just because flush draw has one less card to come? But like, I could just have a flush. Like, why can I not have a flush after, like, I mean, I'm gonna play a lot of suited cards as a big blind defend anyway. And then I check raise the flop. Like, why can I not just have a flush already here? So I don't know. This hand seems really hard for me to understand. Oh, I didn't know that you played poker, Thin Blind Gold. Seems like everybody who plays chess plays at least some poker. All right, fair enough, GP Bear. Okay, so this hand, I don't know. This one might be good to put into GTO Wizard. I don't know. It's such a weird hand. I kind of feel like it's just going to tell me like this just doesn't exist in GTO. But all right, let's do a few more and then I'm running out of energy. See you, Josh. And by the way, I'm literally just going down the list of the hands that I had either the biggest like swings. These are just all the biggest hands that I had in my session earlier. They're not filtered for interestingness or any other reason. They're just by default interesting because they ended up being the biggest hands. All right, sevens in the big blind. Button raise. I think they are more similar than you would think on the surface. I think I remember that I 3-bet here. Which I think it would be fine if this guy were like loose aggro. I have him marked as fishy, but his stats aren't really that fishy. This is the cash. So I'm pretty sure I 3-bet here, but I don't actually know why I did that. Like, I'm sure it can't be too bad, but probably a flat is like a little better. But I 3-bet for some reason, and he called. And I already just hate the spot. I think I have to continue. Like, the king's a much better card for me than him. I don't think anybody really should have any fives. But I kind of hate... I always sort of hate c-betting on these paired flops because I always feel like that it's like not believable. Because like it's basically just, do I have a king or do I not have a king? And most of my range is not kings. So I always feel a little like these c-bets just don't get through, you know, when it's a bluff c-bet. But like the king's better for me than him, so I feel like I'm supposed to c-bet it. So I bet like some weird 1/3, 1/2 in between sizing. Maybe I should just bet really small. Maybe I should just bet like third or a fourth or something. He calls. Yeah, and I mean, I hate playing this out of position. I hate that he called. Like, what's he calling with? He's calling with kings. He's calling with bigger pairs. You think I have the best hand? I mean, probably not after he calls. I think after he calls, I'm kind of just in a really bad spot. I mean, the only thing he could call that I can beat is, like, you know, hearts. I mean, I block one heart. That seems kind of large. No, I mean, my C-bet was small. I bet 10.6 into 24. That's pretty small, really. They can kind of run the gamut. I'm not really gonna do like a pot-sized C-bet pretty much ever, but I'll do 1/3, 1/2, 2/3. Occasionally I'll go down as low as a quarter, but that's true, GP Bear. No, it depends a lot. It just depends on the board and the player's ranges. Like, you can definitely C-bet bigger than that. Like, out of position, you tend to not want to, like, you know, out of position, you're at a disadvantage, so you tend to bet smaller anyway, but... What's a day job? I went and taught chess at the school today. That counts, right? Okay, so he calls. I think I'm just... Yeah, I think I'm just in a bad spot now. I hate giving up. I feel like I probably should just give up now. But considering that this was a bigger hand, I'm guessing I didn't. Oh, I did check. Okay, I don't want to say I like a check, but I just don't think that my hand is any good. So I checked, and I guess he checked. Then the ace came, which is a pretty tempting card to rep. Because I should have more aces than him. Nobody should have fives. If he had a king... He could check the turn with a king. There's nothing wrong with that. But I do think I have pretty minimal showdown value. So maybe a bluff's not so unreasonable here. I think I did bluff. Yeah, okay, so I bluffed like 2/3. Which is probably about what I would bet an ace. So I don't think this is so crazy. Alright, I got the Lenny stamp of approval. But he shoved, and now I have to just fold, I think. I mean, unless I'm just gonna, like, catch some crazy busted heart draw. Blocking ace-7 is relevant? See, that's the kind of, like, I would never really think that because that feels like such a small part of the range. But I guess it's just because the ace came on the river that makes it relevant, yeah.
In the same way that it is super informative to study a strong GM smashing a patzer to see the chess laws play out to fruition, hearing the thought process of a decent non-pro is productive in a reverse way. But I wouldn't call you a fish.
Thank you, Finn Beingold. For the words and for the bits. To not be a fish is a huge honor. Yeah, I might actually do this, like, just hand review streams. Because like I said, I like poker. I don't like streaming on a delay. I've already said all this. Streaming chess made me better at chess. It just took a long time. So yeah, maybe I should stream hand reviews from time to time. Hero call for content? I mean, no, I know, there's no way I would ever call this. Like, especially at these stakes, like, people just aren't, like, randomly, like, there's just always value when they do that. There's just always. By the way, the stakes are 10 cent, 25 cent, so if that's relevant. But yeah, I just, you know, people just aren't turning up with bluffs here. I don't know what I put him on. I really don't know what I put him on, because like, would he play Queen 10 this way? Could he show up with a 5? Something like Ace 5 of clubs is theoretically possible. But that's probably the only 5 that he really has. So I don't know what this is, but I feel like it's just an auto fold at these stakes whenever they make some huge bet like this. Queen 10, you think makes sense? Like, if I put myself in villain's position on the flop, myself being, you know, a bad poker player, like, I don't think I continue with Queen 10. And I mean, I'm not, like, I'm just trying to say I don't understand, like, the rationale behind it. I'm not doubting that it's fine or correct to do so. I just, like, I wouldn't continue. Some suited connectors, King 5. Queen 10 continues have to be spades or hearts. I mean, that make, like, okay, Queen 10 hearts, totally on board with. Queen 10 spades is like, I know we got so many backdoors. It's just, I don't know. It's hard for me to put a value on backdoors. It feels like such a tiny, tiny sliver of value that it's hard for me to, like, put anything on them. I mean, Queen 10 of hearts makes sense, although, like, I wonder if he would bet the turn with Queen 10 of hearts, because now he just has such a huge draw. He doesn't really have to worry about... I mean, I guess I could have kings, but like, I probably wouldn't even bet the flop with kings. I would want him to catch up, so... Okay. So I don't know. I think the hand was played pretty okay. Queen 10 offsuit even. Yeah. Well, I'm glad he, like, just, like, if he had made some kind of, well, I don't know, if he, probably any raise on, yeah, I guess I just fold anything on any raise on the river, so it doesn't really matter. Well, I folded because he, I mean, you know, I can't do anything against this. Like, if I call, I'm just hoping he has, like, I don't even know. Like, even his heart draws all pretty much hit a pair. What can I even hope for? Like, 8, 9 of hearts? So yeah, it just has to be a fold on the river, I think. Alright, a few more. Ace-Jack offsuit. I like to put my HUD things over the guy's cards so that it takes up less space. But I'm moving them out of the way for you guys. How nice of a guy I am. Okay, I think I 3-bet this, like, all the time. I called this? What? Surely I should just 3-bet this. I'm not sure what my... I mean, I have this guy tagged as sort of fishy, and his stats look a little fishy, but I don't have that many hands. Well, I should probably 3-bet it. Okay, so I thought it was okay to flat on the button also. So, like, let's say there's, like, an early position raise. And then I have, like, Jack 10 suited, or like, some, you know, some hand that you want to see a flop with, but is not, like, you know. I don't know if that's the, like, I don't know, maybe that should just be a fold, but are there no hands that I should just call on the button against, like, an earlier position raise? I feel like with this guy being later position, like, I should just never really have a call, but... Yeah, that makes sense. So, yeah, there's two effects going on there bouncing. One is the rake... Like Lenny said, they don't rake until after the flop. So anything that just is settled pre-flop, there's just no rake. So you're sort of incentivized to 3-bet, because if they fold, then there's no rake. The second is, yes, the rake can be proportionally higher for smaller pots because you run into rake cap. So like, if we had some massive all-in hand, like they rake 5%, but only up to $3. I think I have that right. So any all-in hand that's more than $60, as a percentage, the rake is actually lower. But that's only when you get into these like really big pots. Okay, so I don't know why I flatted. That seems stupid to me. Okay, top. Hooray us. He leads, which I would normally say is weird, but he's the pre-flop aggressor, so sure, why not? This seems like a raise to me, just because of all the draws that can exist. So I assume I raised here. I got top pair, top kicker. I mean, come on. Okay, so I raised. He calls. 5 of diamonds. He checks. I think I should continue betting. I mean, maybe it's a little dicey with him being a bit short stacked, because like, if I put in a big bet here, I'm almost like it could very easily just be for stacks, which maybe we don't want to go for. But I kind of hate checking and giving him a free card with all of his draws. So I feel like I'm supposed to not be a chicken and I'm supposed to bet like 2/3 or more. But I don't know what I did. I was a chicken, I checked. Okay, and then like the worst possible river card. Play for stacks on the clean run out, okay. No. I guess, yeah, just because it's such late position. Maybe this isn't like, yeah, I mean, maybe it's not the worst card. I mean, I sort of hate it because optically it completes a lot of draws, but like, I've got ace king and he doesn't. I have a pretty relevant blocker with the ace of diamonds, so he has no nut flushes. But we're also just not that deep for these things to, you know. So, I mean, yeah, then these guys do these like little, tiny little bets like this. But I don't know if I have, you know, value or not here. Oh yeah, I forgot that I didn't 3-bet this. Okay, I'm just like, it's so weird for me to see a hand where like it's cutoff versus button and I didn't, and he's the pre-flop aggressor. Yeah, so okay, so never mind, it is like terrible for me because he has it and I don't. I mean, I think this is just a, it's too small to fold. Like, I don't really feel good about my hand. Like, I don't think I win, you know, I only have to win, what, 20% of the time? Or 25% of the time? But, like, I don't know. Sometimes he turns up with some crap. So I think it's a call, but I think I normally lose. Okay, he had 10... Oh, yeah, I remember this hand. I remember feeling sick when he turned over 10 queen. I don't know that he played the hand badly. That's just, like, such an infuriating river, but I guess that happens, you know. Yeah. Oh yeah, sorry. Sorry I didn't respond to Cheesy or Dominant Cat. But welcome, guys. I missed game review. Whose game review? Yeah. I really don't, like, I don't bluff enough. And I think part of it is just because, I mean, everybody says at these stakes, like, you know, people just are so imbalanced that you don't necessarily have to bluff. And it does feel like very often when I bluff, they just call with some crap that often, at least in my eyes, they shouldn't call with, but, you know, maybe they should. So I think I just need to learn the art of bluffing a little bit better. And I am trying. But yeah. It does feel like the way to beat these stakes is just to, like, not go crazy, and then when other people go crazy, to be in the hand. And then, like, you just, you know, then they throw away their money and you take it. That's basically my strategy. Alright, one more and then sleep. This may not be the best hand to look at, but... I can't really remember. I think I also got 9s a lot this session. I like 9s. 9s is a pretty good hand. Okay. Actually, this is a great spot to address my earlier question. Because I don't know what the action was. Hopefully it was fold. Yeah. This is the kind of spot that, like, I really kind of like to call in these spots. Because he's an early position raiser. I feel like his range is, like, pretty strong. My hand's pretty good. Like, I'm not saying a 3-bet's bad, but I kind of just like seeing a flop here and not having to fold to some 4-bet. But I guess you're saying I'm supposed to just 3-bet it. I did 3-bet it here, okay. Okay, and then he min 4-bets me. Also, he's really short stacked, and I have him marked as a fish. Yeah, I didn't notice the depth when I was asking that question. Yeah, we're looking at things that already happened, Cheesy. So I think in practice, a min 4-bet is really, really strong from them. Like, I think just because he's a fishy player, I think this is like a really, really strong range. But my price is also incredibly good. Like, it's like I can't really fold to a little, you know, I can't fold to a little. Come on. But I do think his range is really strong. Yeah, that makes sense, Lucy. Yeah, that's right, Bouncy. It is very different. Cash in tournaments. Especially since now online there's, you know, there's all these like bounty tournaments and other stuff I don't even know about. Satellites. You know, there's a lot of different formats that change the nature of the game quite a bit. Okay, I mean, I can't really fold, but I do think I'm probably behind here more often than not. Okay, but we just flop a set, so it's all good. We didn't really have the right odds. We didn't have the right odds to set mine, but thanks for following Lucy Cross. But yeah, just flop sets and then poker's easy. And then, oh yeah, I remember this. He bet 10, leaving 4 bigs or 5 bigs behind, and the pot's gonna be like 40 if I call. So I guess that doesn't matter, but I did just call. I was like, I don't want to chase him away. Like maybe he finds a fold somehow. Okay, and then he put the rest in, and then I cracked kings. So, I mean, I think the read and everything was correct, but maybe I should just fold to the 4-bet with the guy being so shallow. But, okay, whatever. It can't be that egregious to call. Okay, yeah, that's not a good final hand to analyze. Oh, this one looks like I played pretty stupid. Let's look at that. Jack 9 suited. Well, that's pretty subjective, Cheesy. And actually, I would say in both in theory and practice, in theory sometimes, but in practice probably never. So in theory, there are a lot of cases where you do what's called mixing, which is for my specific hand in this specific scenario, some percentage of the time I take one action and some percentage of the time I take a different action. So sometimes I might call and sometimes I might fold. Now at my level, I don't actually really try to implement that because it's very difficult to do. And it's also just not necessary since I'm playing at a very low level. But if you look at guys like Illusory Poker in the chat, they'll have RNGs going like while they're playing, and you'll hear them say like, with this hand I mix, call, and fold, and then they'll run their RNG, and if they know that they're supposed to call half the time and fold half the time, and they roll a dice, and if it's 4, 5, or 6, then they call, and if it's 1, 2, or 3, they fold. So the reason I bring that up is in those situations, there's not a best move. Both actions have the same EV, but you still, in order to maintain balance, you are supposed to mix in order to not be exploitable. But there are also situations where you're always supposed to take one action and all other actions are worse. So like in this hand, if I had pocket aces here, a fold would never be the correct action. And really a call would never be correct either, although some people will do it. Like with aces, you should just raise every time in this spot. Is there still an objective truth to how you should mix? Wait, is there still an objective truth to how you should mix? I don't know exactly what you're asking. I mean, the solvers mix at the frequency they do to maintain balance. But like, it's basically just all about maintaining the right value to bluff ratio. Well, okay, it's not all about that, but that's part of it. So there's also things like, let's say in some spot pre-flop, you should call with half of your suited aces, and then the other half should fold. Oh, okay, so I'm not... okay. There is still an objective truth to how you should mix. I mean, I guess it depends what you mean by objective. Our current understanding of GTO would be yes, but... You're allowed to roll dice? Well, I'm just saying they have like a little app just open on their computer that just rolls RNG automatically. But yeah, I mean, you're allowed to do that. Actually, people will even do that at live poker too. I've heard stories where people will... I'm pretty sure I've heard one where the guy reached into his pocket and rolled a dice. But another thing people will do, I saw a pro do this once, Doug Polk, for those of you who know who that is. He had aces, and it was some spot post-flop, and he decided that he should call 25% of the time, and then 75% of the time he should fold. So he was like, okay, I'm gonna, like, draw the, like, he had ace of hearts, ace of spades, for example, and he, like, shuffled his cards, and he's like, if I draw the ace of hearts twice in a row, I call, and if I don't, then I fold. So yeah, people can do sort of RNG rolling like that. That's allowed. Wouldn't be concerned with trying to mix much in-game, especially at lower stakes. Yeah. It definitely seems like the kind of thing that, like, you don't have to worry about until you're getting, like, really good. Okay, anyway. So we have, like, a middle... okay, early position raise. This guy flats. I have Jack-9 suited in the button. Here's another spot where I would really like to flat. But maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should squeeze. Looks like I flatted here. Small blind flats. Big blind. What could big blind ever fold here? Okay, but he folds. D20? Yeah, why not? Okay, so super multi-way, middle pair, bad kicker, backdoor spades and straights and stuff. Small blind checks. This guy bets. How do I not just... like, this should just be a fold. This should just be a fold. He's betting into three players. What happened? Here we go. I mean, unless I think this guy's a total fish, this should just be a fold, I think. I don't know what the hell I'm doing calling this. You like the call? Ah, because it was all the backdoors I had. All right, now I understand. You just always call when you have backdoors. Okay. I just figure since it's multi-way, like, how does the guy, like, doesn't he just have a queen or better, just like always? Call's okay. All right. All right, another queen. I mean, that's good. I guess he has fewer queens. And if anybody has diamonds, I would think if he had diamonds, he wouldn't be leading into three people. But if I had diamonds, I would call. So this might actually just be like a fantastic card for me. He keeps betting, and he bets quarter pot. But at the same time, like, I do have value here too. Like, if we're not putting him on a queen anymore, then, like, I have the best hand most of the time. Was this guy was he the initial? I guess he was the initial raiser, so okay, he can have some overpairs and stuff. Man, I kind of like wanting to go crazy and do some weird bluff thing here, but it's hard to do when I do have a decent chunk of value, I think. How's it going, Mad Quick? Speaking of poker. All right, and then an ace comes. And he bets small again. What's with everybody betting small today? Yeah, maybe so, Layla. Oh, nice. Good luck, Mad Quick. I don't know. I did something wrong this hand. I don't know if I should have folded earlier or if I should have, like, raised here. Because the more I think about it, the more I think the Queen of Diamonds is just, like, such an amazing card for me. If he does have a queen, though, he's just not going to fold. So... this is cash, Mad Quick. It's another one of those where, like, I don't know how I can fold for the price, but I do kind of expect to be beat here. Ace-Jack. Like, what? Like, I don't think he should be betting the flop with Ace-Jack. It's hard for me to put him on any Jack. Because I don't think he should lead into three people with just a Jack. But maybe I'm wrong. Not to mention that I block Jack. Like, you know, I have a Jack. Bit of an unfortunate river. If it had been some other river, maybe I could have found some kind of... I don't know. It's hard for me to bluff when I have the Jack. Blocking is so overrated. Yeah. Yes, I don't know what to think about this hand, because... yeah, I don't know. I'm too tired to draw any conclusions anymore. But isn't that terrible to figure out where you stand when, like you got second pair in a four-way pot? Like, that's just not... it's just not a strong hand, really. I guess that's true. The draws probably would call, too. This is not the flop for Jack 9. Well, I was saying that I actually thought I should have folded the flop. But apparently it's not egregious to call. Ah, limit. I see. I know nothing about. I know. Like I am pretty sure I know the rules of limit. I'm not 100% sure. I know the basic premise of limit. I understand that it's a very different game, and I don't understand anything else about it. I just know that it's different, and that there's limits to how much you can bet. Should I tag this guy as, like, fishy? Because, man... Like, I don't even know if he should bet this river. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, anyway, it's 4 o'clock. It's much later than I intended to stream. I did enjoy the poker hand review stream. Maybe I'll work it into my regular rotation. That'd be a good way to get more poker learning into my brain. Thank you, Lenny. I appreciate that. My theory the whole time has been like it's not like I'm ever gonna be a pro at chess, but like I am much better at chess than the vast majority of people. So I just got to get there with poker, and I'm not gonna be a crusher pro, but like I could probably do pretty decently in poker. And I've played enough now, and I watch enough poker stuff that I think I've picked up a decent amount. So anyway, thanks for being here, guys. Let's figure out who to raid. Could even raid a poker person. I really don't watch that much poker on Twitch, but maybe I should. Oh, let's raid Carrot Corner. I love Carrot Corner. And he's playing... Oh, man. That's like my favorite YouTube channel. I never get to watch him live because he's always on, like, at my bedtime. That's perfect. And then he'll know who I am for a brief second. Yeah, likewise, Lucy. I haven't watched Rounders yet either. I need to watch Rounders. Yeah, that's true, Mad Quick. I'm getting better with the discipline thing. I don't tilt as much as I used to. I do, like I mentioned it earlier, I don't think you were here yet, but like I do sometimes get results oriented where like if I'm at the end of the session or I'm near the end of the session and I'm either even or slight losing, I get a little splashier because I want to have a positive session. So I got to work that out. But I think I'm doing a better job at not just like spewing, you know. It's all, yeah, no, that's completely true. But I really I want a nice neat chart where I just like smoothly go up in money forever. But that's not really how poker works. Chess player can make better poker players, however there's an element of luck. No, I think that's true though. So, okay, thanks again everybody. Thanks Finn Beingold for the bits. Thanks to Chess Tina for the raid earlier that I missed. And CEM Lions for the raid. Thanks for all the follows and stuff. And yeah, I will probably stream again, possibly tomorrow. Tuesdays are kind of a busy day, but yeah, sometime this week. So anyway, see you guys next time. Bye.